what's the difference between human design and quantum human design? So traditional human design, as taught by Ra Uru, was a system that was designed, was a way of teaching human design that was designed to wake up. This is Ra's words, wake up the not self. So Ra talked about the story we tell about who we are that's conditioned. He referred to that as your not self. So traditional human design has a function of awakening the not self. Ra always said that eventually, when he was done teaching all about the not self, that he would write a new version of human design for the awakened person. He always said that he would write an awakened Ravi Ching, which was the book that he didn't really write. Everything that's written by Ra is actually a transcript because he was very auditory. Ra passed in 2011, and he did not have a chance to write the awakened Ravi Ching. And so after he passed, and I sat with the body of work that was traditional human design, and I looked at it in the context of the healing work that I was doing and the therapeutic work that I was doing, I really felt that it was my job to finish what Ra started, to take the language of human design and evolve it so that we had a bigger, better vocabulary for people who had already done the prescriptive work, the healing work of the not self that's really laid out in traditional human design. So in 2012, starting in 2012, because it took a long time, I took all the words in human design and I went into the lab. I went into a sound lab, and we began to experiment with a big giant thesaurus. We began to experiment with the vocabulary words of human design and rewriting them. And I deliberately and consciously, after many years of playing with language, rewrote the vocabulary of human design into a high frequency language. So quantum human design is what happens after you decondition. Who are you now that we've deconditioned your not self narrative, your conditioned narrative? Who are you? And what story do you craft about yourself, your power, your lovability, your worth, everything? What story do you craft about yourself, and how do you tell that story in a high frequency way? So that's really the birth of quantum human design. It took about 10 years to get it all codified and written up. And as I said, the Encyclopedia of Quantum Human Design is sort of a synthesis of all that. You'll see in this book, it goes through type and profiles and lines and all that piece. And then in the back, we actually have the evolved expression of all of the incarnation crosses. It's better to learn human design prior to learning quantum human design. In the quantum human design training that I offer, you will learn both. So you will learn traditional human design as well as quantum human design, because they're not mutually exclusive. In fact, you can't do quantum human design without traditional human design. It's a trajectory. You start off first in that deconditioning that's prescribed in type and strategy and original traditional human design, and then you move into quantum human design. So you need both. One does not replace the other. You need both.